Brother, what's that, brother?
What the is wrong with you?
Before we get in this video, I think an important thing to add is I've already covered the situation pretty extensively. Videos will be up on my channel. Oh wow, Miss Herkenroder.
We have got to help the city of Flint. We have got to move the city forward. We have got to vote yes on this. Thank you.
Ms. Herkenroder, you the reason that I'm a vote the way I'm a vote, because you tried to put words in my mouth like I said you was a racist. You got to stop doing that.
It's been almost a year since Drake and Kendrick Lamar have engaged in their infamous rap battle, and I kind of wanted to revisit it and have a conversation surrounding certain things. Just how the unfolding of it occurred, where we currently are, what's the current landscape of hip-hop, where are these people at as individuals in their careers, and also as a beef, where is it at? I think as of now I can confidently say that this is a Cold War aspect of it. I think Drake really got hoodwinked into something, and that something will be explained actually right now. Kendrick Lamar used the diss battle as a way to roll into his next album. If we think about him coming back and making Mr. Morale the Big Stepper, the only other person he really was working with was Baby Keem, besides the Family Ties song and the Range Brother meme that came from the top of the morning. When J. Cole refers to Kendrick's music flopping, when Drake refers to Kendrick's music flopping, I think they're speaking of in the court of not only public opinion but majority. J. Cole went on a crazy run with his features. That's proven. Drake went on a crazy run with his features, all while Kendrick Lamar was being stagnant, and not necessarily stagnant, but behind the scenes figuring out interpersonal things. Mr. Morale was his return to the public, and it wasn't something that he was making for the clubs. It was truly therapy. And heading into 2024, we hadn't heard of Kendrick since, I want to say, when did he release Mr. Morale? Let's look that up. 2022. We hadn't heard of him since 2022, so we were going on 3 years. Then he hops on Like That, a feature. He hops on the Not Like That feature with Future. That's a tongue twister. Feature with Future. The feature with Future. He hops on that track, comes at the big three. They did this big as a Super Bowl first person shooter. He finally said something, and it was a successful song. That's also a successful club banger. It fits the theme, all of it. You can play that shit in the club through and through, and people will stop and rap that verse. He used this shit as a rollout. So going into Euphoria is an active song that's on his roster on his current album. So going into it, Kendrick only had Mr. Morale, the Big Stepper, and tracks that he did with Keem. If I'm blanking on anything, let me know in the comment sections below. Coming out of it, his next album rollout would be the greatest hip-hop beef since, in my personal opinion, Tupac and Biggie, and I wasn't even around during that. I say that because I know generations beyond my time are going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about the night of Meet the Grams, Family Matters, and 616 in LA, of Not Like Us. We're going to be talking about the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about this in hip-hop. It's history. I forgot I was talking about, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, just
Nasty election.
Point of order.
Point of order.
Let me find it. Yeah, he used this as an album rollout. Not Like Us. It's the club banger. That's also his single right there. That's one of his singles of his album without even being on the album. Well, when he releases the music video, because Drake had him beat when it came to music videos. The Family Matters was the only music video that was made in the battle. So when he responds with his win song, Not Like Us, and he does a music video for it as well, he hints another song with the same kind of anthem tone and mustard feel to it, LA vibe, which is Squabble Up. We would yet know that would be the beginning of the next album he would go on to release, one of the major singles from that album. All right, so he releases the Not Like Us music video, announces the Super Bowl. Crazy. We're like, yo, what the fuck? Then GNX comes out. Okay, and the way that he announces GNX is very clever, because yet again, he's using a song that has yet to be fully released. He's using that song as one of the songs on his set list, that song being the GNX track. I thought it was just a track. Coming to find out, a whole entire album. I like to put songs together like this. These are the songs I would put together: 616 in LA, Watch the Party Die, Whacked Out Murals, Man at the Garden. Put all those on a playlist and listen to them, and let me know how you feel. Because when I hear all of those songs, I feel a reoccurring theme. When you listen to Not Like Us, Squabble Up, TV off, I hear the same exact energy. Kendrick found a new groove and then fit in that pocket perfectly and released the GNX album. He's still yet to release the other side of it. I personally feel like it's a dual album. Why do I think that Kendrick's gonna release a dual album? Well, one, here in the music video, the obvious, there's 2 GNXs. Why would he just have 2? Everything means something. That was said on the Scrabble board in the Squabble Up video. He's still teasing the GNX track that he will go on to perform at the Super Bowl. Oh, my toe itches. I think that is going to come with the second side of GNX, and this is what I think he's doing. He's actively making it. I think him speaking of being present, being in the now, if you watch his Apple Music interview, him getting back into the flow of being the mainstream guy, because he did step back from that. Then when he came back, he was on some not necessarily spiritual growth, healing, all of that. People get tired of hearing that though. So then when he dabbled in the bull, he prayed to God on 616, like, man, who am I if I don't go to war? There's opportunity when living with loss. I discover myself on all four short. Raise my hand to a falling sky. I fantasize me. I feel like 616 in LA is also a continuation of what he would go on to release in the Miss Around the Big Steppers. I feel like that is an extended track from that album, because part of that album was him learning to retrust not only himself and who he is in the moment, but not be caught in the ego. That album, he was going back and forth with his mind, and by the end of it, he found clarity. He chose himself and was like, nah, I'm gonna do what I do. You know, going into 616 in LA, he's like, I know a lot of shit comes with this power, a lot of attentions, a lot of eyes. People are gonna be waiting for me to up. They're gonna be, you know, your spiritual is tested. As he stated on Watch the Party Die, he said, you know, the more you get up there, the more your spiritual is tested. He's letting it be known, like, yo, I can poke flaws at this and I can get that title as the best rapper in the world, but it's gonna come at the cost of me showing my ass and taking these to class and saying some crazy shit. And then he says it was fun until you started to put money in the streets. He was having fun, bro. On Euphoria, he was like, yo, we chilling, this is a rap battle. But by the time we get to 616 in LA, he's like, this is not cool. Why the f did he release 616 in LA the morning of Family Matters? Y'all want to know my theory? Let me take y'all through. I hope you're following along thus far the course of this conversation in the flow.
Maybe.
First of all, weird angle. Why are you having your Jewish white mother start off the song where she is setting you up to say the word nigga? How did you pitch this to her? Where did that conversation go? I really want to know. Was he like, yo, mom, I got this idea, Crody? Why didn't you go to his dad? Like, your dad's black.
You mentioned my seed and I deal with his dad. I gotta go bad. I gotta go bad.
Now to what I was saying. Drake setting up this track did a lot. He thought this was his big boom. The newest that he recorded on this track, personally, I feel like, was that intro. That was the newest that he did. Then he went into the vault and pulled out the drop, because he already had that. Oh, my fault. You remember the beginning of Push-Ups? Or the end of Push-Ups? Where he was like, this ain't even everything I know. What if it was, though? What if he knew everything you knew? So what if somebody in your circle really was like, hey, here's an early copy of all he's gonna say on at least the first beat? Because there's 3 beats, there's 3 beat changes, and he uses this as an opportunity to try to 1v20 and be like, oh, we're gonna go at Rick Ross, A$AP Rocky, all that. So he switches the beat a couple times. He tries to get the melodic part in. He gets the lyrical shit out the way. He goes fast. But it's like, bro, what if he heard like the beginning half of what you were gonna do? Also, why did he know to upload the morning that you were gonna release your big bombshell? And why did he even going into 6? This is the thing. Follow this energy. Follow the energy throughout these releases, bro. If we listen to Kendrick Lamar and we go back to Euphoria, that was having fun. Like that, he was dead ass. He was letting it be known. It's on and it's popping. You feel me? It's up and it's stuck. He was letting it be known. But Euphoria, he was having fun. Vocal inflections, just being goofy with the shit, right? What the changed in between Euphoria and 616 in LA? Because when he uploaded 616 in LA, he was dead ass praying to God. My confession is yours. But who am I if I don't go to war? For the greatest of all time. I've been trying to take this crown. I've been trying to get control, pun intended, of this crown since the beginning. So what changed in between Euphoria and 616? He heard a reference and he saw that he was putting money in the streets and the angles he was going to try to do. And it was like, bro, that's not what we doing. So the Family Matters drops and then Nuclear ejects. Meet the Grams. one of the most diabolical songs in hip hop. Oh shit. That was Drake's mood when that shit came out. I don't want to do this no more. One of the greatest moments in hip hop history. It's been a full year and I remember that night and that morning, bro. But it also was like, what the I think Drake is gonna go to jail. Cause you know the you know, that motherfucker. He's going through his case. I think he started to around that time. So a lot of like, you know, industry secrets that were known but not really spoken about were finally being spoken about, and the baby oil was the main topic. Crazy as hell. But that had been happening, so for him to come out with that angle, and if we're being honest, he struck while the pan was hot. Like the eyes have been out for the Predators for a fat ass minute. I think literally was 2024 the year? I think it was, bro. Like there was a year where you could go a week without a content creator, a musician, or somebody coming out, bro. So I think he struck while the pan was hot, and he knew which angles to go at, and he was like, "Fuck it, you do like him young, so you better not ever go to Cell Block 1." And I think that it was a very like wild kind of thing to see. And now that I'm looking at it from the outside looking in, it's like, bro, he used that as a segue into his next album. But what he say? He said, yo, show money, merch money fee to us is crazy. Because Kendrick Lamar just broke a fucking record for the most money for an artist that has been made since Eminem. So honestly, Drake's bars and Drake's lyrics age like fucking shit in a porta potty on a hot summer day, nigga. It's been flipped over a couple times because it's like he said a bunch of that was so contradictory. Or he said, you gonna feel the aftermath of what I write down. Nigga, you felt the aftermath of what you wrote down. The Super Bowl performance was very interesting. It was really cool. I mean the conversation around it veered away from the beef and just more or less like that's what Kendrick took his time to promote. It was a lot of new tracks. But anyway, this has been a video about the Kendrick and Drake conversation. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment sections below. Where are you guys at with it? Because I'm tired as hell. It's 1:16 in the morning. Golly. Just had to chat about this shit, bro. On a work night too.